everyone, welcome to another motovlog on my channel. My name is Marshall3498, and on today's motovlog what I talk about is motorcycle related as usual, and that topic is comparing the 2023 Kawasaki KLR 650 Traveler model that I owned for about 8 months, and the bike I'm currently on, which I own now instead, that replaced it, and that is the 2023 KTM 890 Adventure S, or base model. I put right at 800 miles on KLR before I sold it, and the KLR is not a bad bike for the money. I don't think, especially if you're starting out adventure riding, you don't want to spend a lot of money, or even if you're brand new to riding and instead of wanting a second bike for adventure riding like I did, the KLR is not a bad bike, but its one shortcoming is vibration that I didn't like about it at speeds above 60. So if you're buying the KLR to do a lot of interstate riding for an hour or two, you know, some people may get used to vibration, but it just made, especially in my hands, it made them just so tingly that it just was a deal breaker for me, unfortunately. And you know, but other than that, if you ride the bike at speeds like under, say, especially 55 and down, you'll never really have that problem. But don't expect to be able to get on the interstate and ride the bike for an hour and a half and expect it to be comfortable if you don't like vibrations. If vibrations don't bother you, it may not be a bad bike for you, but it was just a deal breaker for me. Me coming from riding 4-cylinder bikes, the one I own, except this one is a 2016 Yamaha FJR 1300, a 4-cylinder. The one before that was the SE6, a 4-cylinder. So I'm used to some vibration, but not single-cylinder vibration. And you know, some single-cylinder vibrations aren't that bad. The Himalayan actually that I rode, Himalayan, the 411, crap, not the 411 Scrambler, but the regular Himalayan. I rode one of those a couple years ago, and other than it being a little underpowered, you know, not a bad bike at all. Not going to be good at interstate speeds, just because it didn't have enough power, but at speeds under 60, like the KLR, it would have been a fun bike for a lot of people. But this bike to me is just much better. It's double the price almost of a KLR 650 Traveler like I had, but do you really get twice the bike for that money? And the short answer, I think, is yes. This bike's loaded with tech and safety stuff, you know, TFT screens, or screen, I mean, not screens, it only has one, duh. You know, cornering ABS, IMU, lean sensitive traction control from the IMU, let's see, 4 throttle modes, you know, that are included in ABS, all that, which is rain, road, which is just unrestricted or sport, off-road, and then rally, that is adjustable from 1 to 9, like all the KTM 890s and the 790s had the same thing. But it's just, I've not found anything, this motorcycle, in the almost 450 miles that I put on it, that it is not good at. The only one caveat that it lacks a little bit in, and it's not even a huge issue, and I don't really mind it, because if I want to be on the road touring at interstate speeds or close to interstate speeds for more than an hour or so, then I'll ride my Yamaha FJR 1300. And it is the wind protection on this bike around your legs and stuff, it's not bad, around your arms, but around your head and the noise this windshield produces, you know, it's fine for a 30-minute ride on a 4-lane or even an interstate ride, you know, for 30 minutes, maybe an hour tops. But the aftermarket hasn't caught up yet, because this bike has not really been on US soils here in the United States only since like April, so like maybe 4, maybe 5 months now. So not everybody's caught up to, you know, the way the windshield mounts is totally different. The old style, it had like you know, just a couple bolts. This has like 6, and it mounts on the sides too, which is totally different from the one before that. So it's a different design. Even though the headlight is probably the same, if not exactly the same, the way it bolts up is not the same. So, you know, they did lots of stuff, I think, to this bike to make it better too. Just like, you know, they put adjustable suspension now on the base model, which in my opinion, I think made the bike a lot better. It's just, like I said, I've not really found anything that the bike's not good at for me. It's just, it's kind of the way, you know, other than, you know, like I said, the windshield, having some odd, sorry, it's hot, I'm trying to get my visor up, and having a few odd KTM quirks that are, you know, most people know about, and I'm kind of okay with, is the whole cold start thing. If the bike completely cools off, like overnight, or we'll say, you know, while you're at work during the day, like me, sometimes the bike starts fine, sometimes it takes 2 times to start, sometimes, not very often, but sometimes it's even taken 3 times to start and stay running, which is kind of ridiculous for the amount of money this bike costs, I think. But it doesn't do it every time, and it doesn't really matter if it's hot or cold, I don't think, that I've seen from some people that are starting the bike even like 45 degrees, and some people that are starting the bike where they have a hotter climate at like 85. Doesn't really seem to matter, but if the bike itself is cooled off, it just doesn't like it. I don't really understand why, but like I said, mine's not done it every time, and it's not, like I said, it's not a huge deal to me, but it is kind of annoying. Like, come on, just start and stay running. A lot of people say the trick for it to help it is to actually turn the key on till the fuel pump shuts off from priming. Then like 10 seconds after that you hear a click, and then after that it doesn't do it. I've tried that. I've let the key on for like, while I'm getting my helmet, my glove on, for like 20 seconds, and mine has still done it the times it's actually, you know, not wanted to start the first time. Is it kind of odd? Yeah. Is it failed to start on me? No. So, you know, I kind of take it a grain of salt, like, you know, it is what it is. I don't like it, but I'm just kind of accepting it, like, maybe it'll get better. This bike hasn't had its first service done yet at 600 mile mark. So maybe after the first service, it won't do it. I don't know. That remains to be seen. But on that, guys, if you're not already done so, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, and I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions to the best of my ability. On that, guys, ride safe and have fun. We'll see you on the next one. See ya.